Some people play checkers while others play chess. Marwa is playing checkers while Rocio, on the other hand, she's playing chess. Checkers is loud, emotional, reactive, while chess is quiet, strategic, and patient. So in yesterday's Rocio's video, Rocio said that she has never been this happy in the last 2 years. That sentence alone should make you stop, because happiness does not suddenly appear. It appears when pressure is removed. So when you compare who Rocio was and who Rocio is now, you don't see rebellion, you see release. So Rocio, she didn't fight, she didn't explain, she simply moved her piece. So today I'm going to make a deep analysis where I'm also going to highlight Rocio's name starting with letter R, what R stands for, so that we can now know why Rocio is very intelligent.
And I would see it as a big achievement for the future if I continue doing this. So wish me luck to be consistent. These small little things really makes my life that I'm just doing so much for my life, and that it just really makes me change as a person. Just the little simple things of today I won't add sugar to my coffee, tomorrow I won't, and tomorrow and then next day I won't neither. So sometimes I'm very good at it, others I fail, as anything in life, but I'm excited for the first day, you know. I'm very excited. So let me with me, because I released my anger doing some shopping. I know it sounds like I'm shopaholic these days, but it's just for the details that I'm creating, you know, for the house.
What is new, beautiful people, beautiful individuals, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. Maxwell Lumumba is my name, a village content creator, born and raised in a village setup with no jobs. But at the end of the day, we do content creation to earn a living. So today's topic, we are going to talk about checkers vs chess, the release of Rocio. That being that, for those who have not subscribed to this wonderful YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals, so that any day, any time I post any video, you people get to know. And also remember to turn on the notification bell, so that when I post any video, you people just get notified and watch my videos from the beginning to the end without skipping any ads. That being that, let me take this opportunity to appreciate all my organic subscribers, all my subscribers that we started this journey from the first day until the last day, actually from the first day until now, and we are still proceeding with this reaction video, reaction channel, because for those who understand the history about this specific YouTube channel, basically it has been a long journey, but when you look about the history is very short, because we are not even 1 year old. But let me just congratulate us, because we are making everything impactful, we are making everything positively, and we are on the right track. A journey to 6,000 subscribers. Hopeful within this week will be at 6,000 subscribers. I don't take you people for granted, and any individual who has not subscribed, make sure that you come subscribe to this YouTube channel. Then we keep it real, we keep it tuned. So today I'm not here to attack anyone the way I usually do. I don't attack anyone. What I do, I'm here to observe patterns, because when you observe long enough, patterns begin to speak. There are people in this world who are playing checkers, and there are also people playing chess. Checkers is loud, fast, emotional, and reactive. Chess is quiet, strategic, long-term, and very patient. And today, I want to talk about two people who whether they realize it or not, are playing two very different games. One playing checkers and the other one is playing chess. The way I said, Marwa is playing checkers, while Rocio, she's playing chess. Let me talk about these. Yesterday, Rocio said something small, but this something small statement often carry the biggest truth ever, because she said she's happy. She said she has never been this happy in the last 2 years.
Whew, I feel so good. Literally today, right now, it must be almost 10 p.m. and Maisha has been sleeping for the past hour, I guess, or more. And I was able to do a workout after a long time not exercising my body, so I'm feeling very happy that I did it. Just took a shower and now I can chill. It's been a couple of years since I've been constant with that, and I don't use a lot of products anymore.
That alone should make you pause, because happiness doesn't suddenly appear out of nowhere. It appears when pressure is removed. Let us talk about the contrast. When Rocio was in that villa, what did we see? No laughter, because we could only see Rocio as like every time she's moodless. Even some people were complaining that this lady, she's not talking to people, maybe she's blah 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 blah. You people understand that what I'm meaning. So there was nothing like freedom. Anytime she was getting out of that villa, as always, somebody was supposed to accompany her, and getting out of that villa, she had to seek authorization from Maro himself. So that tells us that there was no independence. We saw loneliness, because always where she was, it was like very bored, and most of the instances she was upstairs, isolated, actually, because it was like keeping herself away from the rest, a woman surrounded by people, yet deeply alone. No friends, no social life, no freedom of movement. She couldn't even go shopping by herself. But let me say this. When the Argentina family came to the villa, we could now see who Rocio she is, because at least her mood changed from maybe being bored to somebody who is very now jovial, because she was like, my family is here, let me just do things the way I want. Sometime you could even meet, I personally, I could even meet them, yeah, Rocio with the sister, Rocio driving the motorcycle, carrying the sister, the marketplace, in the marketplaces and all over Nyabuhanse. They could tour different places. So let me talk about the prison Medellin. Let me call things what they are. That villa wasn't luxury. It was prison Medellin. High walls don't always look like concrete. Sometimes they look like comfort. Sometimes they look like money. Sometimes they look like protection, but controlled, wrapped in luxury, because it's still control. Everywhere she went, supervision. When she was going to the market, supervision. I remember the time that the Land Cruiser got, actually it got scratched. She was heading to Prisca, yeah, to visit Prisca, and she had to go with accompaniment. So, and you could see Gitiriba as the supervisor. Everywhere she goes, Gitiriba is there. You could see Matata supervising her everywhere. That is why even sometimes people are saying that maybe Matata was brought by Rocio to that villa, and friends were like being filtered. Somebody could even choose that this is Rocio's friend, this is not Rocio's friend. Even some people were saying that now Dorina is very close to Rocio, and we could see even bridges burned before they were built. A life where every move is being watched is not a relationship. It's a custody, and that custody is the prison, Medellin, that we see, the Marwa's villa. Let me talk about the shopping.
With me, because I released my anger doing some shopping. I know it sounds like I'm shopaholic these days, but it's just for the details that I'm creating, for the house. I was even making up my mind and just arranging and organizing, my life, and I noticed that after just some little details, I wouldn't have to buy absolutely anything else. I don't have to shop anymore, so all the money I have, I can save it actually.
In this video, Rocio says that she is shopaholic and she went shopping. That sounds small to some people, but to anyone who understands psychology, that's a big issue and a very huge issue. Shopping wasn't about bags or clothes. It was about the choice. Walking alone, having that freedom that you're walking alone in the shop and or the market and deciding what you are going to buy alone and paying alone, that is not only freedom, that is always dramatic. Sometimes freedom is just walking into a shop without asking for permission tells you that that is the real freedom, as compared to what she used to witness when she was in the villa, that anytime you have to get out of that gate, you must tell your husband that, husband, I'm leaving for market. Then the next thing the husband will tell you, I'm going to give you Gitiriba. Gitiriba will be taking you to the market with an alternative of Matata taking you to the market and maybe Daniel taking you to the market. Now she has that freedom that she goes to the market anytime she feels like, doing anything that she feels like. So when she's in Argentina, she sees that she's having that enough freedom to do anything that actually she thinks of doing by herself. Let me now talk about what letter R represent in Rocio. R is not random. R stands for release. Rocio released herself from captivity to freedom. So, and these, I did a video about these and stated it very clearly that this was something that Rocio herself planned for it. She escaped from the villa with the family without even Marwa himself noticing. So that is what R, the first R, stands for. Another R stands for rearrangement. She rearranged her life mentally and physically. That's why you now see that Rocio, she's living with a lot of peace, and she did that and she went with Mitoto so that actually she cannot be affected mentally and physically, and she knows very well that having this child is like gold. Any support she'll need, she'll be given. And also R stands for reclaim. She reclaimed her identity. Rocio knows very well what she symbolizes. So that's why I'm really saying that Rocio is somebody who is very, I can just call her like, she's very intelligent. Yeah. And also R stands for refresh. And our energy is different. Our ears, our eyes are lighter as compared to the time that we used to see Rocio at the villa. And also, R stands for reset. The older chapter is closed. Now Rocio, she's in a new chapter where she has deleted all the life, all the struggles, all the captivity, all the lack of freedom, all the moodless thing. So now she has now taken herself to Restore Factory where she's resetting herself better, and she's very much rejuvenated. She looks alive again, away from captivity, and now Rocio, she's renovating. Renovation is louder at first, messy, dust everywhere, but the result, a stronger foundation. That's why we can now see even Rocio buying a cupboard. We can see Rocio talking about maybe building a house, putting some hot water showers, a lot of renovation in that Argentina home. So that tells you that Rocio herself, she's not going back to the villa because she has got the freedom she needed. Actually, she's trying to collect herself, packing herself in a form that she's now ready to do everything by herself. And let me talk about checkers versus chess. Checkers players react. Chess players anticipate. What we see from Marwa is reacting to everything that he's seeing. Marwa is reacting to his friends. Marwa is reacting. That is why we can see Marwa even calling some people betrayers, because he's even reacting to something that he should not react to. When you look at Rocio, she's determined. She knows what she needs, and that is why that keeps Rocio moving. And checkers players show everything. That is why Marwa moves all around. Every day when he wakes up very early in the morning, he goes around showing us even some things that he is not even supposed to show us. Yeah, every time repetition, what was done maybe yesterday, the same video. That is why it is making his videos very boring. But look at Rocio. Rocio reveals nothing. Rocio just tells us that this is what I've done, this, and that is the end of story. Now he brings up another story for what she wants to do. And she's telling us what she's planning to do. And another characteristic of a checker is about today. Chess is about positioning, because we can see what Marwa is doing. Marwa is trying to tell us something like emotional, so that at the end of the day, he has to get something. He has to manipulate people emotional, so that if he comes on camera, then he says that, today I've received this cash of money. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going. But look at Rocio. Rocio, she's positioning herself. When she gets money, she doesn't reveal. The next step that you see, I've bought a cupboard. I'm going to install this cupboard. And she does not tell us who sent this money, where does this money comes from. So Rocio does not shout. She didn't insult. She does not expose. She simply, sorry for that, changed environments. That's chess. Real power does not announce itself. It just moves. And let me say this. Nobody freed Rocio. Rocio freed herself. So when even Marwa is saying that, he's the one who authorized. He knew that Rocio was leaving the villa. That's a big lie. So Rocio freed herself, and that's the most uncomfortable truth for anyone who thrives on control. So when a prisoner walks out quietly, the guards panic. And Marwa, since Rocio left, Marwa has really panicked. So that's why we see that Marwa, even yesterday part 1, he never posted a video. Yesterday he posted a video and he was saying that I was sick, I don't know what, pray for me. Even yesterday's video was really talking about you people are supposed to pray for me. So freedom expresses everything. And happiness does not need defending. You have to wake up and you start making sure that you get that full happiness. So some people will keep playing checkers, loud, emotional, reactive, and others will quickly play chess silently. And that is why we see that Rocio did not explain, she did not fight, and she simply moved her piece. And the board will never be the same. The way I'm saying, Rocio, she's not coming back to the villa, and that is the reality, how things are right now. Goodbye.